Welcome back, everybody. Nice chilled Subsistence stream this morning. So Chuckles has just got the game, so this will be more use to him than probably lots of you, but let's go for normal. We'll take hunters off. That's the AI. I don't particularly like them. We'll have a 365-day year. We will start in March, is a good starting month, and we'll start a new solo game. Get that pistol loaded. Get that bandage ready to go. Don't need a glow stick. Where am I? Right up in the mountains. Shit. Not a good start. Botrix will come up with some stuff that doesn't matter, because I'm doing an event later, so I've been setting things up for that. So I'm picking up resources as I go. That's not where I wanted to start, as I said. I know where I'm going to try and make for, but it's a hell of a run. That bear's already made a kill, so it's leveled up. Box down there we want. I mean, you can start anywhere and build your base, but there's certain areas where it's safer, said in a very inverted commas. So here's a good spot on the waterfall. Bear over there, there's a bear over there, but there's a box about there and a chicken. Get the chicken, I haven't got a bow, but we could do with a bag. Stay clear of that. I'm going to make my way down to a rock that I can build a platform on safely. I think this white, or this, yeah, this run, this white, we should go for a lighthouse build. Will need nails. We've only got 4, so we're going to need more than that. We'll need to build a basic platform. New from the last time I played, getting wood as ground wood. Graphically the game's really nice, as you can see. We are picking that up. Yeah, we are. Just checking that it hadn't reverted back to how it used to do things, which dropped all the wood at the floor and then you have to pick it up manually. Don't want to play with the wolves yet. Not till we've got a bow and more ammo. But our first port of call is platform and a case so we can start storing stuff. When the sun gets to mid of the sky, it'll be 12 o'clock, and then we'll be heading towards darkness. And you do not want to be on this game out at night until you've got lights and MVGs, or lights on your weapon. Your glow stick that you've got's all right, but it's not amazing. We get quite a good day-night cycle. And at midnight, the animals move and the boxes spawn back in and change. 9 nails, that's better. Could do with about 100 nails. There's a moose. The game's been developed by a single developer, a German banker. Built the survival game he always wanted. Has a couple of updates per year. It's been in early access forever, but the game is pretty much finished. He's just expanding on the stuff that he's got. I've been playing it since before early access, since before they called it early access. I think, was it Green Gaming or something like that? Green on Steam. A moose and a bear. A wolf that way. We don't really want to play with any of them. We do have to get past them. So we'll swim out a little bit. Give it a bit of a wide berth. Animals will move slower on land. You can outrun them on land, but they'll outswim you in the rivers and the seas and the ponds. So you have to really think about that a little bit. Another wolf over there. It says it's a chilled stream of Subsistence this morning. We are doing an event this afternoon in DayZ. We're going to go down that direction. There's a little rock outcrop which we're going to put a platform on, and that's going to become home. So as I said, it will be a lighthouse build. Once we get a bow, we can start hunting animals. But our first port of call, well, you hunt animals with a pistol, but our first port of call is not to do that. Our first port of call is to get that little base built, get a fire built, get a box built. So when we die, we don't lose the stuff that's in the box. Have some food and survive the first day. You can eventually build a sleeping bag, which will allow you to or bed, which will allow you to respawn in base if you spend the right resources doing it. The whole game is a grind. It's a resource grind, continuous. Another bear. We don't want to play with bears at the moment. We don't have a 12 gauge, so I wouldn't go near them. Elk, they're fine until it gets to the hunting season. Sorry, the rut season, so September, October, and then they will hunt you down and kill you. Enjoy. 41 nails, which is good. That's getting better. There is base building in here. And you can turn AI enemy on. I don't tend to have them. I tend to play it as a survival game. Me against the wilds. the little rocky outcrop there is where we're going to live. Home sweet home. Doesn't look much at the moment. It will do. So it's all about resource management. Going to carry on searching for stuff until we get towards night time. Then we'll go make a fire and get through the first night. We're low on stamina now. We've not had any meat. Might need a killer wolf. It's not difficult. You can do it with a pistol. Just prefer to shoot them with an arrow, then 3 rounds of a pistol, rather than like 7 rounds of a pistol. The ammo's quite scarce. I'll get a fishing grub off here, though I don't want the grub, I want to eat it. That'll bring my meat up slightly. I'm nowhere near ready to go fishing yet. Okay, sun is 12 o'clock. Right, we need to have some meat, so I need to bandage. Now I need to cut the meat up. And then, like Daisy, I need to wash my hands. Reload the pistol. We're doing this because we need to make rope. We'll need arrows, bow and arrows, just to survive this world. So the sun's starting to set, so we need to start thinking about making our way towards home to be. We're just going to put a platform down on the rock. Get a little fireplace built. Make ourselves a little hut. A box. So, crafting. So first of all, we're going to need some planks, but we're going to want to build a platform, which will need 4 planks, 2 ropes. So we're going to have to craft planks to start with. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we need 2 ropes. 1, 2, and that'll get that built. Or that'll get the resources built for building that. This is not going to be our long-term home. This is just where we're staying tonight. As we make our way towards Starter Island, which is miles away. Now your food will go off, so we do have a water bottle on us, which is nice. Okay, so that's the resources built. So now, build the platform. And that will stick it into one of our slots if it's available, or up here if it's not. Making it now. And then blue is your blueprint, and then you left click to build it. There we are, our first platform. Now we're going to need a fire, which will be 4 sticks and that. So get that, sticks, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we get 2 per one. Yep. And there's your fire, craft. Place your fire down, blueprint again, left click. Now that'll need fuel. Split that in half. Fuel. Let's build that. Split that in half. Stick 1 match on there, wherever it's going to go on this one. They've upgraded it. There we are. And then we'll ignite it when needed and cook that at the same time. So that'll get us a steak. Now we're going to need a bow. So I'm going to need 6 ropes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And some sticks. I'm not going to light the fire till it's dark, because I need the fire to burn the whole night to keep me warm. Sun is setting. Then we're going to make a bow once they're made. Going to need more sticks, aren't we? Going to need 5, so we're going to need 1 more stack. Fill my bag. And craft that. That'll be our bow made. Now we need arrows, which will take sticks and nails. Okay. So we've got 1 feather, so we take feathers, sticks and nails. The arrow. Bow there. Arrows there, so I know what I've got all the time. Hi, Chuckles. And then when we get through to morning, then we can carry on our little adventure. But because, as I said, we're not going to live here, so we'll get the fire lit. And that'll start to cook that. We'll drink our water. After we've drunk the water, we'll go and fill it and re-purify some more. This will keep us warm and it will keep predators away for the night. Hope you're okay, Chuckles. And we've got 1 pair of pants on, cargo pants, light pants. You can make better quality clothing later on. We just wait for that to cook. Get 2 stages of cooking. You get like lightly cooked, which you'll get some calories from, and then you'll get heavy cooked, which will give you better source of calories and you won't get poisoned from it. You can eat raw meat, but you will get poisoned and you won't get such good calorie intake off it. And you can grow vegetables, and later on you can fill a fridge with food, and you can bottle, and you can can, and you can do all that sort of fun stuff. And keep chickens. So that's now ready to eat. So right click, eat, and you can see our food comes up. Not fully, but it comes up. So our proteins come up, our vegetables okay, and currently our water's okay. So now we're going to need a bit more water. So we're going to go down to the water. And then right click on that and fill. Again, that water's not good for you yet, it's not purified. So jump back onto your platform. Access that with E. Put the water bottle in there and it will purify it. We're saving the fat because later on we'll use it to make biofuel to run generators. Just had second break and got the machine running again. Boss is nice to me and didn't assign me 2 at once. Probably for foreshadowing tougher things to come tomorrow night. Oh, joy. Deep joy. So that's now purified. We're going to save ash because ash can be used for fertilizer and for making gunpowder. But now it's about getting through the night till morning. There we are. Northern lights are up. And on the map, if you press M, it'll bring up the map and show you what you've done so far. And each of the regions will show you the sort of mining that you can get within them. So we've got iron, silicon, copper low, potassium low. We're over here, oh, very low, moderate high. Where in this area we've got iron very high, but copper is low, zinc is low, and potassium is low. Here, iron, copper, zinc, potassium, and that's all we've probably got so far. No, we've got stuff over here. There are areas we've been to so far. These are caves which go underwater, so you can go to an underground area. We're a long way off doing that sort of shit. At the moment, we want to stay warm. Wait till morning, and then we'll carry on making our way to where we're going to actually live. Should make it there today, on the next day. At midnight, boxes will respawn and bags, and the animals will move locations. And if you've got AI turned on, they will just keep going, but they potentially will move and set up base. I just don't have the AI turned on. I know where we're going to live. Our own little island. I know the resources around it. Just, this is not it. Yes. Yeah. I'd say this is Canada. Or Norway. Probably Canada because of the bears. But it doesn't really tell you where you are. My guess is Canada. So I can see our fuel's going down. I don't want to use any more fuel on it. So we need to save that for making planks and stuff when we get to our new location. Nights are 10 minutes long, and then we go back into a 20-minute day, so a whole 24 hours is 30 minutes in game. And if you press tab, you can see that that's your training, start a base, keeping fed, and that's it really for training. So not very good training, but we like that, and I'm playing on normal difficulty. If you went to easy difficulty, it would be slightly easier. Don't believe what Botfrix is saying. That is just based upon the fact that I will be in an event later and I've set things up beforehand. I've just set everything up for DayZ for a stream later for doing that. While it's night time, I could turn off that in Botfrix. Give me a second. Chatbot commands, timers, edit, confirm, go away, bring out. Oh yeah, Botfrix has been set correctly again. And a fair few settings on the game. You do need to remember to save. So escape, save game. Lots of options for graphics. Male or female characters. Now, auto saves I've got on, but does not affect saves on death in normal and hardcore, and I'm playing normal. If you play hardcore, you get 1 life only. When you die, that's it. So then it becomes really hardcore. And that's really difficult. Really difficult, because every decision you make has to be calculated. You can play co-op, and arguably you can play co-op with friendly fire turned on, so you can play multiplayer. Yes, you can. I think the general might enjoy this. Your general. Yeah. I mean, it's first person, but if you press no V, you can't move yourself, but you can see how badly you're currently dressed. But at least allows you to take photos. That's me. But we all look like that in game. All the males look like that. I've never known about the female character before. That's new. But what is it? It's £13, so about $15 at the moment for the game, ish. Which is not bad for a. I mean, I've got, as I said the other day, I've got like 860 hours in game. I get bored about 200 days into the game, and then I'm like, oh, I've had enough of this. Right, sun must be starting to come up. Yep, sun's coming up. So now what we're going to do, we've got through the night. We're not going to carry on living here. We're going to start deleting things. So then we're going to use, on our keyboard, delete, and it will dismantle the items. And we get back 50% of what was in them. So we pick those items back up. There is there. And we're going to start making our way towards where will become the forever home. Or base number 1, as we will call it. A little bit cold at the moment. Level 1. We've got to dodge all these animals. Because we don't really want to eat or have to kill something yet. Boxes and bags that you can search. Be close to that one. This big tree, you'll get 5 logs out of it and a tree grub. You can use the grub for fishing, or you can eat the grub in an emergency to get a little bit of protein. There's a fence line, as you see there, that's around the outside of the map to stop you going outside of it while they develop the rest of it. Yes. Well, animals can't swim unless they're pursuing you. Or they won't swim unless they're... Predators won't swim unless they're pursuing you. When it gets to winter, they'll walk across the ice. We're low on protein, which is why we're tired. So let's eat that there before it goes off. And let's eat the grub. But if you put a door on your base and you reinforce it with metal and you get a shotgun, make a shotgun, you're pretty able to withstand anything. And once you get an SKS, you can kill cougars as well. But we're going to make our way towards an island that's pretty safe until winter. That a bear? Yeah, it's a bear. Grizzly. You get brown bears and black bears. When you're going bear hunting, the brown bears will give more resources than the black bears, but they cost the same amount of resources to kill. So you're better off killing grizzlies than the black bear. Now, chickens, if we kill them with a bow and arrow, you get feathers back. So you can turn a chicken back into more arrows. Because it's the feathers you need to make arrows. And nails. Deer, you need the antlers. Well, you get the meat, obviously, but you need the antlers to make glue. Rabbits aren't worth killing. You just get a rabbit leg off them. You're better off with a chicken. And fire your bow. You right click and then you left. Once it's at full, you aim it and then you left click to fire. Arrows, if they miss, you can pick them up. Sometimes they will break. You can upgrade your bow and you can upgrade your arrows. You can take down a wolf when you've got full energy, so you can outrun it. You can fire one arrow. You can run until it gets bored of chasing you, and then do your second arrow, rinse and repeat, and the third arrow will kill it. Wolves will, all animals will growl before they attack, so they'll give you a posture which you can back off from. They normally will chase you, attempt to kill you twice. 2 bites or 2 swings of a paw, and then they will slow down. Metal and a wolf. There. Actually, another wolf. You can crouch down. See? Which means that you can get a little bit closer to animals without getting killed. I'm trying to find a route that doesn't involve us annoying the animals too much. We need to grub out of there because we're so low on protein. The other option for killing a wolf is 1 arrow, followed by 3 pistol shots to the head. because we're playing on normal, the animals will flank and move left and right if they're coming for you. If you play on easy, the animals run straight for you, so it's a lot easier to kill them. Yeah, I know you're tired, Goblin. So let's eat that grub. Now, obviously, I know where I'm going because I've played the game enough. Well, actually, from early access or whatever they called it back in those days of Steam. It wasn't early access in those days. I'm thinking it was Green Gaming or something before it was early access gaming. And people could choose to put their games into it, and there was no control. But I might be wrong. It's a long time ago. 10 years I've had this game, probably 11 years. I had it in beta. I had it when it first came out, within the first like month of it coming out. Someone did a review on the internet and I went, oh, that's my type of game. You can get up those mountains, you can get ice axes and climbing kit later on. But you need to search the mountains for eagle feathers. There isn't an end game. Your end game is to survive. If anything, I would say end game is getting through winter. Right, I know where we're quite close to where home will be. Check we've got enough wood. We've got enough nails. Good. We're going to need a wolf kill because we're going to need to eat some protein. And we could also do with a chicken kill. But the wolf kill's our priority because so, we know there's a wolf there. We're going to right click. No, this has moved off. Remember, you want to get this to your advantage. You want him to be... it's a level 3 wolf. We've got no hope of hell of killing it. We want a level 1 wolf. As the animals are killing, they're going up levels. Which might mean we need to restart this on easy just to be able to train. As a chicken. That would do for food. It's not perfect, but it would give us a little bit of food. They'll tend to run towards predators just to cause you problems. There's a chicken. So, aim for the chicken. Allow for the fall of shot. Hit. Tonight's dinner. Got 1 arrow left. You can keep chickens as well. level that is. Level 2. Don't have a good enough weapon for it. Now that island over there is where we're going to live. It's looking for me. It's sniffing the air. So we're going to leave it to its own devices. We're going to go across to the island, where we're going to set up home. And you can build when you get your camp built, you can build a better fireplace that's more better at dealing with resources. You can buy a proper fire pit, like a proper cooker fire. You can actually make a cooker later on and cook proper food. So we're going to live on this island, as I think everyone calls it, Starter Island. We'll cut down the trees as we go. They'll regenerate every 20 minutes, I believe. Can we get to that other island now? They opened up the map. So long since I've played. Yeah, I know you're hungry, Goblin. Give me nails, give me nails, give me nails, give me nails. Oh, we got nails. That might be a carrot over there. I can see it growing. Could be seeds, which we don't need yet, but a carrot would be nice. We got bloody seeds. So, protein's right down. That's really down. I'm now starting to die because I'm malnutrition. Yeah, we can't go there yet. Okay, so we then choose where we're going to live on here. I quite like living back here, but it's a personal preference thing. So I'm going to need planks. I'm going to need 5 planks. Actually, first of all, we're going to need to... Yeah, we're so low on energy that our first port of call will be a wooden box. 5 of those. Then we're going to need another 5. Then we're going to need some wood. Some that. Some of that. Whether we can... I don't... Kelp will keep me alive. Oh, I'm so nearly dead. No kelp nearby. Yeah. Yeah, dark water. Look for that. We're waiting for that to be ready. Oh, we don't need another one of them. Waiting for that to be ready. As soon as we can make that, then even if we die, what's inside the case will keep. We have one match left before we have to start making firelighters. That's all right. That's doable. This is not where I want the base to be permanently. This was just building a platform time. That chicken could cook. But you can make shotguns later on. SKSs. And that's on this workbench. You get other workbenches as well that you can make from. That's ready to eat, that's ready to drink. We're saved. Not long though, because you don't get a lot of meat off the chicken. Get that back on there. We need more wood. Do as a second chicken. or a wolf. Steak would be good now. That's a fucking bear. Oh, give me food, give me food, give me food, give me food, give me food. No food. Certainly playing on normal is difficult. Playing on easy is a lot easier. My strong suggestion is people start on easy. It's a box on the island that spawned in. Hopefully it's got medical, because we might get an apple in it. Little look. Oh, kelp. No. Also, if you go fishing, eagles will swoop down sometimes and steal your bloody fish. The deer. We don't have the gun to shoot it, so that's not going to help us. Oh. Arrows. Now we're going to need a fire lighter. We're out of matches. At least we can get a fire lit tomorrow then. We get a fire brick made. We can. That'll get us through the night without using up the wood. Make some ammo. We make biofuel. We need 12 to make biofuel. Leave that for next time. And you can repair things. So tomorrow morning, food. Food is all that matters. Now if we press the map, we can see how far we've come. So we started off there. And we've come all the way down to here where we're living. Now it's about keeping the fire going through the night. And then going out food hunting in the morning. I don't want to put the fire brick on now because it's not cost effective. Also, this basic fireplace will degrade over time. So it's at 573 of 600 at the moment. When that gets to 0, it will despawn. But the next fire that you make inside the proper house won't degrade unless it gets attacked by a bear or a moose or fire if you've got AI turned on, or machine gun fire or hand grenades. Don't turn the AI on, that's my suggestion. So now I can see my proteins are right down, my vegetables are right down. Food is all that matters now. Now I, at this point, make a command decision that I'm probably going to die. So let's save everything we've got. And then when morning comes, commit suicide by drowning. We're not going to waste anything more keeping that alive. And then on the run in, hopefully we'll pick up the other stuff we need. We'll spawn with 50% food and 50% water. So we've got a slightly better chance, which is why we needed this case. Because this case means we can preserve all this stuff we've picked up. later on you'll make a bed and you can spend a type of energy point to have bed spawns. But by the time you get to that point, you won't need to be worrying about committing suicide to get the resources to get home safely. And because we're playing on normal, we can do this. If we were playing on hardcore, that you only get one life, and then that's the end of that world. It only saves when you exit the game. It's quite a horrific experience. So this will be our equivalent of F11 if you're playing DayZ. Once the sun comes up. Because trying to run home in the dark means you're running home with that in your hand. You really don't want to be doing. They're angry hunters. And they just want to kill you. They want you off the world. And they will, depending on how you set them, but basically they build bases, they go hunting. When they spot you, they shoot to kill. You can raid them by blowing their doors off and move them on. But getting to the point where you're strong enough to raid them is so difficult. And they're so accurate. They're like Infusion AI was when AI first came into DayZ. You couldn't set accuracy levels. The AI hunters can be 300 meters away in the middle of the night and they've got a pistol and they're tapping you with it. So the AI isn't very good. Or it's too good, if that makes sense. It's not realistic. And they'll always base themselves near where you live. So they're very hard to deal with. So I just play the game as a survival game against the world. And we should have probably played on easy, because this is normal's proving very difficult. Yeah, they're just angry hunters, basically, that have access to claymores and heavy machine guns and explosive arrows and hand grenades and an endless supply of food. Though arguably you can kill them and raid their bases to get resources. They're just really difficult. They're not so bad if you've got co-op, if you're two or three of you are playing a map at the same time, or you rent a little server that you can all connect into. That's not so bad because you've got at least 3 of you working or 2 of you working against the enemy. Right, fire's out, morning's up. Let's go and commit suicide by drowning. Ah, some kelp. You can get diving kit later on. You make diving kit and you can go diving, which you'll need to get various resources if you want to make solar panels or windmills. Right then, you are dead. And that little bag there is whatever I had on me, which was nothing, so it doesn't matter. So, respawn. Now, because I'm playing on normal, I don't spawn with a free gun. Just an axe. And my base is my body's 13 minutes that way before it despawns. But I'm on like 3/4 food and water. Once you've got a base, you'll get a base marker come up instead of as well as your body. Yes, you can go mining later on. We don't need to yet, so... And all these animals have been killing stuff, so they're all leveled up, so they're really hard to kill. If we were playing on easy, they'd all be level 1. So they'd be reasonably easy to kill. So my strong suggestion is to play it on easy. And have AI turned off, certainly to start with. Play it on a long year, 365 days. Got a better spawn that time, it's quite close to home. Oh. Black bear up there, but I want that crate, so we're going to crouch, so we're less likely to trigger it, then we're going to back off. No, we don't. The brand never got into the UK. So I've never tried kelp in the real world. If you eat kelp in here, it's very salty, so you'll need to hydrate more. But you can also use it to make medicine. And if you get bitten by a predator, you'll need medicine. We're sort of making our way home, obviously. But gathering some resources as we go. They level up too quickly on anything apart from easy. Basically, every time they kill an animal, they level up. So like chickens and rabbits, which they need to kill to eat. Whereas on easy, they only level up when they kill you. Which makes it a damn sight easier. The level 10 animal, you're never going to kill. You also get, in summer, strawberries or wild strawberries will grow. And you can mix them with water to make like a juice. But that's like a proper water bottle rather than a military water bottle. That you will find. Now that there is worth its weight in gold. Now later on we'll have diving tools. But that is a pearl. And pearls are used for making electronics, which are used for making solar panels for running your base. So we want pearls. Because we'll need solar panels later on. And windmills. So you'll want a solar panel that will run during the day, and then a windmill that will run when it's bad weather. And you'll want as many of them as possible. Try and get some dinner. About to rain. If it rains, your fire will be put out unless it's under cover. If you're on easy, it won't. If you're on normal, it will. We're going to need to build a wall and a ceiling piece to shelter the fire. Then we're going to need a roof panel, which is 2 of those, 3 of those. Hopefully we can get 2 of those done. We can. And 3 of those. Move that so that's with end rather than delete. So there. Morning, Jag. Just showing Chuckles how this works because he owns the game. Work in inverted commas because it's difficult. Nails. Any more feathers? No. It's really good. It's a nice game. It's just difficult. Play on easy. Don't play on normal like I am. I've had it since it first came out. I've got like 870 hours in game. we not get any steak off the bloody wall? Oh, we put it in there, didn't we? Yeah. It's very. It's an easier version, sort of. Yeah, sort of. It is really good fun, but a hard grind. Yeah, it's an easier version of Icarus. You can play it co-op as well. Don't turn the AI on though. Do not give yourself enemy. They're impossible to fight unless you've got a few people working together. Right then, now we're going to need water, so we need to make a water bottle, which is 2 of those. And 20 of those. Okay. I mean, God forbid we do anything easy. Yeah, there is that. Yeah, I have Icarus. I bought Icarus because I like to support Dean Hall, basically. I think I had that early access as well. So now we can make a water bottle. Which will then allow us to fill the water bottle and purify it in the stream. In the fire, sorry. So let's purify that water. But this has been developed by one person. Keep that because we'll need to use it for making gunpowder and fertilizer. Well, while that's purifying, we've got 7 rounds left. Let's see if we can get ourselves something else to eat. Oh, there's a bag. No, it's mining. What is it? Oh, box. Freeze regenerate every 20 minutes. Just going to build a window. It might have been coal, actually. And you can later on get glass panels to put in there when you make them, which will keep you warmer at night. I'm watching that go down to put the fuel on to keep the fire going through the night. And then to go mining, you can use your axe, but it can kill it. So you make a pickaxe. And then when you build a base, you put that in, which then allows you to start building better and better stuff. But you can build, you know, glass to make greenhouses, railings for outside, stairways on basic level. This is basic weapons, basic stuff, basic clothing. But that's what you want, is the SKS, iron, cloth, wood, Ujimi flip. But the shotgun's very useful against bears. And you can level up if your food and water get to the little, there's a little baby blue and red icon. Each time you get full food and water, that goes up. When it gets to the end, you go up 1 point, and you can get up to 120 of each. When you die, you lose a lot. It doesn't show it as exact, so if I press M, I'll come out of the water, press M, so I don't drown. Right, if I press M, and we find where I am, so I'm in this area here, this has got iron, silicon, zinc, copper, and potassium in it. So my guess is it's either silicon or iron. Good, isn't it? And to think one person developed it. Now go back for some dinner. You can also run servers with this and have it as a multiplayer server. I think you have up to 10 people joining a server and play it as co-op. All little bases working together. Turn on friendly fire if you want to. You can keep chickens and rabbits in hutches and breed them. During September, October, the moose will become aggressive because it's a rut. Bears are always aggressive, wolves are always aggressive, and so are cougars when you find them later on in the mountains. So we save that up because later on we turn it into biofuel, which runs our generators when we get generators. We need to think about growing vegetables at some point. Then you need to water them and give them sunlight. And later on you can build greenhouses and have artificial lights and hydroponics, is it? Water piped in. And you can build fridges and you can can food and you can bottle things. You can build a proper cooker and make proper food. Way down the scale from where I am. But it is a hard grind. To start with, it's all just about food. So it's a little bit cooked at the moment, so you get medium resources from it, but I want it fully cooked. There we go. Fully cooked. That's pretty good. Now wait till morning. Right, guys, I'm just going to have a quick comfort break. Back. Waiting for morning still. We're going to need ammo next because we can't take down a wolf now without ammo. We need to also purify our water. And we're going to need some more of those, otherwise we won't be able to light a fire tonight. Joy. And then your map will show you, it's better during the day, but it will show you where you've been. The rest is greyed out. But once you've built the base command unit, it gives you access to so many more things that you can build. Workbenches and fridges, and workbenches then let you build other stuff and weapon upgrades. You can upgrade your pistols and shotguns and SKSs. Just takes a while to get there. As I said, it's a massive grind. And we've got a grub there. Let's eat it. Might make use of the... So unless we get more ammo, we'll be trying to live off chickens for a while. And each day is about 30 minutes long. You get 20 minutes of daylight and then about 10 minutes of nighttime-ish. Then the sun comes up, rinse and repeat. If you're playing on easy, you don't need to cover over a fire. It's only on normal or above that fires will go out. And you want to make, when you set the game up, make the year as long as possible, 365 days, because when winter comes, you're fucked. It makes Namalsk look like a walk in the park. So you want as long as possible to get yourself ready for winter. It makes a brilliant co-op game. It's really good fun co-op. And you can just host a session and people join on your session. As co-op, it's just good fun. And it makes it so much easier to gather resources. And this was long before DayZ. This was a game I was addicted to. The longest stream I've ever done was on Twitch on this. Did 9.5 hour stream one Saturday. Long time ago. But this was part of my journey to DayZ, realistically. So, fire there has 447 left to 600. When it gets to 0, it will despawn. But the better fireplace you make once you made the base command unit won't despawn. And then you can render down the fat and turn it into biofuel. I love the game. But it's too much of a grind after a few. I like this early bit. I like building my base and doing stuff, but it's not DayZ. But because Chuckles has just got it, I thought I'd do a stream today just so Chuckles could see the basics. Because there's no training. Training is you press tab and it tells you what you need to do. That's the end of training. Yeah, there is that. Winter in this is shite. Real shite. You go that far and you're dead, unless you've got the right clothing. So this is quite a relatively new since the last update, being able to get ground wood. It used to only be harvesting from trees themselves, but I think an update last year gave us the access to pick it up. You can build mining rigs later on, so you put them on here and they'll, as long as you're powering them, they'll dig up the resources for you slowly. But you'll need lots of power to run it, so you're talking lots of solar panels and lots of windmills. And batteries to store up power for when it's a bad day. You can still run your house. Your initial base gets some free power. Not a lot, but a little bit of free power on a trickle charge, which comes off the base command unit. And then any additional bases you make have to be fully powered if you want to run them as powered bases. Sometimes I build huts in the mountains to go hunting cougars, and I just put a fireplace inside them so I can cook cougar meat, because you want the sinew that you get from cougars to make proper rope, which you need to then, or moose, because you need sinew to make windmills and better clothing and solar panels. But it is a survival game at its heart. It's the guy that designed it, Cold Games, basically said he wanted to make the game that he always wanted. And this is what he came up with. He works full-time as a banker in the German banking industry. This is his passion project. But something like 2 million copies sold. You know, average of $10 a copy. Minus 20% to Steam. Not a bad sideline. Runs in Unreal Engine 4. And normally 1 or 2 big updates a year. No little updates. 1 in the summer, 1 at Christmas. That's it. Pretty much, depending on the level you're playing, buildings are real world physics, so they'll collapse if they're not supported correctly. Hey, no. Can't complain, can you? Really? He's done alright out of this. And it's been in early access forever. I don't think it'll ever be finished to his idea of what a finished game is. Animals will growl at you before they attack. Like that. You don't level up. Arguably, animals do. When they make a kill, they get harder to kill. So again, playing on easy, they'll make less kills. Because animals, when they kill like a rabbit or a chicken for food, that'll count as a level up for them. And on easy, it doesn't. Fucking bear. It's coming for me. So it'll try and strike me once. Then it'll try again. And then it'll get bored. Second one. Now, as long as I keep running and don't run out of stamina, I'll be able to outrun it now. There we go. And I left it down there. The box up there I want, which is why I suddenly ran the other direction. So I didn't want to leave the bear covering that box. So that's an industrial box, potentially nails in there. And we got nails. Then we're going to swing round a little bit. And I want to get to that big tree up there. but that's got a grub inside it, which you can save for fishing or eat. I prefer to eat them. We did get last year, for the ones of you that play on console support for the game, so you can play using an Xbox controller if you wish. And I believe they brought it out on Xbox itself. Believe, or maybe that's an update coming at some point soon. Ah, we needed that to make firelighter to light another fire. Thanks, Chuckles. You used to be able to, before they changed the AI of the animals, just bring them to the other side of a tree and then just do this and they'd never get to you, and then you could take them out with an axe. But they updated their AI to stop that happening. Right, we need more ammo. Because we can't take on a predator without enough rounds to do it. And predator meat is so much better for us than chicken. But we also need chickens because we need to make arrows. And you can do things as you're doing it. So if I want to generate one of them, some of that, I can still move around while it's doing its thing. Chicken. Missed it. Go and see if we can get our arrow. If you hear it break, it breaks. So sometimes they will break until you get the carbon fibre ones. But then you need the better bow to use them. You can supposedly catch a chicken. I'm not sure I would. They'll run towards predators, so... Looking for another chicken. We need food. We're going to need food. And we need arrows. Fucking bear. I find there's lots of swearing to be done in this game. We can make an arrow from that, or 2 arrows actually, but you can fall safely from any height into reasonable water as long as you're swimming when you land. But you will break a ankle or break your leg if it's the wrong height. And you can make a splint. Probably well worth carrying with you. Don't want the bunny, I just want the chicken. Bunny, we only get meat off. Chicken, we get meat and feathers. So if we had a hutch, we could keep that alive. Oh, that's dead. Sometimes they'll still be alive. In which case you can build a hutch, keep them alive and feed them. Oh, a carrot. You could turn it into seeds and grow them, but we need the vegetables. Good for my bonus points. I know what you mean. Do some more wood. Those need to be. I need to make a fire lighter. Okay, so let's go home and see if we can make a door. You can move your walls once you've built them, so you can expand out. Hi, Jojo. Through that. Good game, though, isn't it? Or is that catching chickens in real life? Let's grab some wood. No comments from the crowd. We never got any ammo, which was annoying. Yeah. On here, the fact that they just run towards predators are annoying. Don't they know better than that? But yeah, this used to be, as I was saying earlier, before DayZ, this was my favourite game. I spent more time in this than anything else. It's Chuckles' good night. In Chuckles' time, it's the middle of the night somewhere, Chuckles, isn't it? I hate to think. It's, what is it, UK, coming up to 10 AM. So it will be whatever Chuckles' time is. Right then, we've only got one chicken breast to eat, which is a bit shit. We don't have... Do we have enough to make one round of ammo? No. That'd be no on the ammo. We're going to need that to cook the thing on, that for emergency food. Actually, we need that and that, so at least we can make some arrows. Make some more rope. They run to the bear for protection. I know. Then the bear eats them and levels up. Not fair, is it? Sorry, just got a message. I've got to check a second, guys. Put that there. Not fire time yet. We're going to get rid of that one, haven't we? Before we get something stupid. We need to make one of them. There we go. We didn't do something stupid, luckily. That's going to need fuel. Mr. Chicken. Mr. Water. I say Mr. Chicken, Miss Chicken. The event's at 3 PM this afternoon, so 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 5 hours time. Oh, rock disappearing, wasn't it? Oh, a bit more kelp, we'll have that. Mountain time. Whenever you say mountain, I think of the 100 with the mountain men. I think Chuckles is running around in that world. Oh, you little bugger. Nearly second dinner, wasn't it? Before it went off to talk to the bear. That. Is that metal? Metal, we'll take the metal. Can't get used to this being on the ground, having played it from the beginning. I keep trying to focus to zoom in and then remember that I'm not in Daisy. Very strange. Bugger. Right, let's go in before it gets dark. Yeah. I don't play this very often though. I really do not play this very often. This is more of a case of Chuckles got the game yesterday, but hadn't played it yet. So I wanted to do a stream so Chuckles could see the basics of what you do. Because it's a massive learning curve. But wait till I do a Scum video. Once Scum 1.0 drops next month after, we'll do a Scum video. And that's even more of a learning curve. Yeah. Scum make this look easy. And this is reasonably easy actually, in all honesty. Just take your time on this one, isn't it? Think about what you're doing. Don't play on normal. Like I am. Play on easy. Don't turn on the AI. Scum's also awesome. Really is. I wish I'd found Scum before DayZ. I'd be a full-time Scum streamer. I way prefer all the mechanics they've got. But I found DayZ first. Oh, come on, you stupid game. There we go. Yeah. I really think it's amazing. But my addiction is to DayZ. But Scum would be 100% a better game to play long term. I just can't switch between the two. And Scum takes so much more work. But I love all the mechanics in it. Okay. Yeah, I used to run a Scum server. Actually, as of Scum 1.0, that'll be easier to do. Because they're opening up the code to anyone can run the server. Rather than it has to be on selected providers. So it's going to become easier to have Scum servers. And people will be able to run Scum servers themselves. Rather than have to go to a provider. Will make a massive difference. And 1.0 is about to drop. Yes, Scum's a massive marathon. And apart from a door and a way in, there we go, we're sort of there. What's that? 2 hours to get a box built. Now, I will show you, Chuckles, the base command unit, if it allows me to make it, so you get an idea. Before I finish the stream. It's awesome, isn't it? That's quite new. That didn't used to happen. Now, if we had AI turned on, once you deploy the base command unit, the AI turn up. So now you get free power for this one only, and mass for building, and you can start to make new items. And you can rename your base and start to worry about moving water around. Okay, no problem, Jag. Thanks for being here. And you get one free lockpick. But a wood burner is far better than what we're using at the moment. Generators to run biofuel off. Power storage, mass storage, a bed, respawn positions. And then as you make other workbenches, then you can make even more stuff. And that is the basics of subsistence, guys. Chuckles, I hope that's helped. I hope that's given you an idea of how you can how the game works. Though I can see you sharing the account with your general. But other than that, guys, that'll be it for me for this morning. I'm going to take a break now, sort my life out, and then this evening or this afternoon I'll be in for the event. But I won't be doing any streaming between now and then. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you have a goblin in your sights, miss.